Acting will expose everything you are trying to fake. Welcome back to Creative Struggles. I'm Nahjalae, and today we are going to be talking about acting class, what it really feels like, how it can be so intimidating, and how it forces you to grow whether you like it or not. Today, I am joined with someone I actually met in acting class, a great actress. Please help me welcome Janelle Yvette. Good. I love the glasses. Yes.
I love the setup here.
Thank you.
It's really
Thank
nice.
you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. I was like, I need to get Janelle on.
Okay.
We gotta get her on.
Yes. Well, I'm honored to be here.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Let's get into it, shall
Let's
we?
get into this.
Yes. Well, I like to start off with the grind reports. Whatever you have been grinding on for the week.
So I kind of transitioned
Mhm.
into writing. And so
Yes.
right now I'm just writing a lot. I have a lot of different scripts. I have a Christmas script that I just finished. Yeah.
Nice.
So because Black films, we really never get to see ourselves
Yeah.
in the fantastical
Yeah.
fantasy.
Yeah.
It's always like Ray just got out of prison
Right.
and mama's cooking Christmas dinner. I
Mhm.
wanted to write something that was more fantasy filled with Black images. So I'm working on that. Yeah, rewriting and reworking the characters.
I like that. Because, like, every Black movie does not have to be
A trauma.
a trauma, been beat on, your grandma was a stripper, so now you got me one.
Can we just be normal? We can't just normal family, normal Christmas dinner. I mean, I know a movie needs conflict, but
Yeah, but, like, how much conflict do we need? Jeez.
exactly. So I was trying to stay away from the conflict and make it more fantasy conflict.
Yeah, I love a good fantasy.
Really, what's your favorite fantasy film or holiday film?
I'm going to say, are we going with Black or just in general?
Let's stick with the Black and then
Okay.
roll it on out.
I'm going to have to say This Christmas.
There wasn't somebody out of prison in that.
They weren't.
We
Well,
just
you
Elba.
see,
But Idris Elba was out of prison and was being chased by somebody. I don't
no,
recall.
he wasn't getting out of prison. He was on stage performing, and
But that's Chris Brown. But Idris, remember his brother was like getting chased by the mob or something.
yeah, because he didn't pay. It's a little different.
Okay, but that was a good movie. I love me some Chris Brown. Okay, I'm
So,
not
yeah,
mad at you.
that was my favorite because of Chris Brown.
Yeah, I'm a Chris Brown fan too. So okay,
Honestly, if I really think about it, like,
it's hard, right?
it's hard to think about a Black holiday movie that doesn't have a dramatic.
Event, exactly. It's crazy, right?
Yeah,
I know there was one called Jingle Jangle, but I never got to see that. But I heard that
yeah. I haven't got to see that either.
was
I mean, I
fantastic.
know it was. No, I put that one in there either. I was gonna say the one with Gabrielle Union and Morris Chestnut. I cannot think of the name of it.
Oh, you're right. Where he played like the mall Santa, and he didn't want her to know because she was like a wealthy.
Yeah,
exactly, or something. And he like had a connection with the little kid. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember that. That one was cute. I did
Yeah.
see that one. It was cute, but yeah, minimal trauma. I mean,
Mhm.
other than you broke.
Yeah.
I agree.
What about you?
Favorite holiday film?
Mhm.
Black or any?
Do both.
Okay. Favorite Black holiday film? It really is. It's a challenge. I can't really think of any, and that's why I was really like, I want to write
Yeah.
something that really represents us. I did think Candy Cane Lane was cute.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, I'm a huge Eddie Murphy fan.
Yeah.
Huge Eddie Murphy fan. I love Tracy Ellis Ross.
Yeah.
It was nice to see him back doing what he
Yeah.
does so well. So I really like that. But just in general, I mean, Home Alone. Come on. Like,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was one of
that's-
it's a classic.
Yeah, that's a staple. I could watch that now. It doesn't even have to be.
Right.
Like, I would put that on right now. Home Alone 2.
Right.
I stop at 2 because after that,
It got a little weird.
yeah, I don't need to see 3, 4, 5, 7.
I mean, you've been left multiple times. Somebody
Yeah,
needs to call
but-
CPS.
Yes, at this point,
Somebody needs an intervention.
the parents need to go to prison because what you gonna leave it every time?
Exactly. We need we need an intervention on parenting skills. At
Like-
least some parenting training.
Man, like that was the most freest child ever. Like a whole
Right.
mansion to yourself, basically.
And then in New York,
New York, you got just
hanging out with bums and
man. feeding the pigeons, just
Ordering stuff. You would think after the card ping multiple times that you would think for thousands of
yeah,
dollars that something was going on. But
exactly. So
it's
you're
just
just
in
gonna
Paris, just chilling.
you gonna let this 8-year-old use a credit card at the hotel? Okay,
Right. For weeks on end
right.
before you realize, oh, that's my son, and I left it again. Come on now. I'm
Oh,
with you. I'm with you.
what type of season are you in?
Think I mean, I'm like, okay, what season is this? I would say a season of growth. You
Nice.
know, like shedding things that I don't need
Mm-hmm.
and just you're relating. Okay, I like that. That's a vibe. Okay, that's unspoken
Mm-hmm.
connection. Yeah, just letting things go that I don't need and just embracing like
Mm-hmm.
the good, saying yes instead of being so skeptical. Like, you know, when life throws you so many wrenches, you're like
Mm-hmm.
skeptical, even good things. You're like, is this
Nice.
too good to be true?
What's the cost?
Right. What you really got going
Mhm.
on? It's just yeah, embracing the positive and letting go of the negative.
Yeah. I
What
like
season
that.
are you in?
A season of pushing through.
Yeah.
I feel like right now is a little challenging in terms of just where I need to be and where I want to be. I've been here for almost 7 years and I just feel like I've done great things, but I want to continue to do better things. Like I
Right.
just want to continue to push on and flourish and grow and be all that I can be. So,
I love that.
yeah, continuing to push on.
Well, and this is a great platform. You're pushing through. I love it.
Pushing the big old trailer tractor here,
Like, no.
pushing up the cliff and going in the other direction. We gotta let some stuff go.
Right. Amen. Amen to that.
So let's get into acting class. First acting class experience. How was that for you?
Wow. I gotta go back. Yeah, I started really young. So my first acting, I mean, I guess it would be like in junior high school. No,
Mhm.
actually, the first play I was ever in, it was a Christmas play. Yeah.
That's
Hey,
hey.
look at the full circle
Right.
moment.
Yeah.
It was a Christmas play, and I was 9 years old. So I think it was kind of like we just thrust into it and realized, oh, I like
Mhm.
this.
Yeah.
This feels right, you
Mhm.
know. The first professional acting class would probably have been, I would like say junior high school. I
Mhm.
was in drama school, drama
Mhm.
class. But I noticed they always wanted to give me like the slave place, you know.
Mm.
Oh, this is for a black person. And I
Yeah.
was trying to always fight against like
Mhm.
I don't want just
Yeah.
necessarily African American
Mhm.
plays. I just want to just be a person,
Just
just
be
a
a person.
character.
Yeah.
But then as you get older, you're like, oh, this is a privilege.
Mhm.
This is written for me about
Yeah.
my story, you know?
Exactly.
So, but yeah, I would say in high school, junior high school, I mean, I did it all the way through. So,
Mhm.
and then in LA, I went to conservatory. So I took it
Mhm.
all the way.
Nice. Nice. Let's see. My first.
I was going to ask if you'd like to share.
So, as you guys know, if you don't, my first acting class experience was at a church with the people that wear them black and white suits. I'm not gonna say nothing else. Y'all read between that line. You know. So that was my first experience, but it was more so improv, not necessarily a
Right.
scene study. I feel like my first official one
Mhm.
was the CL Actors Lab.
Yeah.
Casey. Yes, where we met. So that was my first, like, my toe into the water.
Okay. And how was that experience for you, though? Like a full formal acting?
Yeah, it was good. I was very nervous because you got to do the monologue and all that good stuff. So I'm like, okay, so people are going to be watching me. Got it. Okay.
You are an actor, yes.
Yes. But it's always that fear of like, what are people going to think? What are people going to say? Especially coming into, a new space with new people you've never met before. And it's like you kind of want to put on this show in a sense. I, I know what I'm doing. Like
Formative.
performative.
Yeah.
You feel like you start to compare yourself to other people. Like if you're doing an audit and just like, oh, like, should I be doing that too? Or like,
Right.
so it's one of those.
Of course. I mean, and for you, it seemed like you went into acting much later in life,
Mm-hmm.
like you got
Yeah.
bitten by the bug, so to
Yeah.
speak. And that's very unnerving. Like
Mm-hmm.
talking about stepping out and pushing through. That's a
Yeah.
push through moment
Yeah.
even then. So
Yeah.
you were like, I'm gonna go up here and look crazy. And that's the thing, you feel like you look crazy. And you
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
I know my neighbors be like, "What? Who is she talking
Right.
to? And why is it over and over and over?"
Right.
Like,
You didn't get it yet?
take 3 knocking through the wall. Can you shut up now?
Hey, send that one.
I'll edit it for you. Just damn, shut up so I can finish my show. So yeah, I know that feeling of
Mhm.
like you have to be able to fail
Yeah.
first before you feel like, oh, this is a flow.
Mhm.
And then you never feel comfortable. You always have like imposter syndrome. Like, am I, oh, you think it's good? And you're like, am I really that good? I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not that good.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to feel.
How
It's
long
doing.
did you do that class?
I did that class for what, like a year and a half, 2?
That's some
Yeah.
good training.
Yeah. So, and then I kind of started to do my own research as well. Class got a little pricey for me.
Yes, and it does.
So it's like I can't afford this anymore, but I
Right.
still need to, I still want
Train.
to train.
Yeah.
I just started buying different books
Yeah.
and just learning that way and learning a different way of how we were taught, like the Meisner
Of course.
method. So I'm
Mhm.
like, I like that method.
Repetition. The repetition. I like your shirt. You like my shirt?
Yeah, that actually helped me better understand how to break down a
Mhm.
scene because I feel like we all learn differently, and I just think that I needed a little bit more,
Right.
just a little bit more. So
Do you
yeah.
really like when you use your acting technique, you really
Mhm.
like Meisner, like structured more than like improv?
Yeah, I mean, I love improv, but I like a little bit more structure too, just so I can have something to fall back on.
Right, the technique.
Yeah, so yeah, but I can do it improv.
I mean, it's like I do what I do.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
Why did you get into acting? Because I know you said you started when you were 9. It's watching people on TV do what she's doing.
I just yeah, I watched a lot of movies. My
Mhm.
mom worked like overnight sometimes, and
Yeah.
so I'd turn to like Turner Classic Movies. So I was
Mhm.
watching like old movies, like with
Okay.
Dorothy Dandridge, and
Yeah.
like old school movie
Mhm.
making, and it was like very fantasy filled and
Mhm.
very well written, well acted. There was
Yeah.
chemistry, there was lighting. It's like all the
Mhm.
different elements that make it exciting to
Yeah.
watch a film. So I was always watching that. My father's a musician, so I think
Mhm.
it's kind of like activity is in the
Yeah.
blood. Yeah, I just gravitated to her. I was like, I think I could do that.
Yeah.
I think I'm a great storyteller, and I
Mhm.
think I have something to contribute.
Yeah.
It's different than just like wanting to be seen because I'm kind of shy.
Mhm.
I mean, like people see my personality, they don't think that,
Yeah.
but I'm actually a shy like person. I like
Yeah.
to be alone.
Mhm.
And so, but then I like to tell stories. I like to participate. I like the collaborative nature of
Yeah. Yeah.
acting, and you get to meet so many funny, interesting
Mhm.
people.
Yeah.
And I do like hearing other people's stories,
Mhm.
and I like being creative with other people. But other than that, I don't like being the center of attention.
Mhm.
So it's just like I feel like I have a story to tell or something to
Yeah.
give to this industry. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I feel that because I feel like I'm a little bit the same way. I'm very to myself. I wouldn't say closed off. Like I can open up.
Right,
Um,
right.
I if we're gonna go with preferring, I would just stay
Yeah,
myself. Unless I need to be open and extrovert, I can do that.
right.
But my comfort level is more just
Same.
introvert. I'm like, oh
Right.
yeah, hey.
Exactly.
And then it's like with acting, you can just play different characters and you're not yourself in that moment. And you
Right.
can really just get into it and just, it doesn't matter you, it's the character.
Right.
So,
And if you can get out of your head and just
yeah.
like let it go, you do feel free. It's like a
Yeah.
freeing experience once you're really locked in,
Hmm.
but it's hard to be not self aware.
Yeah.
Like, dang, I look crazy.
Like,
But
am I cross-eyed in this moment? What's going on?
face left, like I thought I
Right.
was asymmetrical. Like, what is going on? What's wrong with your camera? It's like, oh, damn,
Right.
that's
Like,
you.
like, oh, that's me. Must be the character.
Method. I live in the character. It's
Yeah.
asymmetrical face and all. I commit until the
Yep.
DVD
Hmm.
commentary.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's that. It's a little bit of both. But yeah, so wanting to always be a storyteller.
Yeah. When you first got into acting class, trying to act or impress?
So, that's an interesting question. For
Mm.
me, I was just having fun.
Okay.
It felt fun,
Yeah.
you know, the costumes, the light, the sets, it just felt, like, exciting to be
Yeah.
there, so I was like, "Let me just play," and that's when
Mhm.
I felt free, and it's interesting because when you start as a kid, you don't
Mhm.
have any self-awareness.
Yeah.
And when you get older, you're aware of
Everything. Mhm.
everything. You know, you're so hypercritical, and especially this day and age with the internet, when
Yeah.
you can compare yourself to the little snippets of people's lives
Mhm.
that are so curated and so filtered.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, my life doesn't look like that. I
Mhm.
don't have that. You know,
Mhm.
I train more than them. Why are they getting these opportunities? Why they have
Yeah.
these followers? You know, you
Mhm.
start getting in that comparative mindset, and
Yeah.
it's detrimental.
Mhm.
So you're not free anymore. But when you're a kid, I was free. You hit 15, 16, you're like, oh, I'm awkward.
Yeah.
This doesn't look right, or my
Mhm.
body's changing.
Yeah, they gonna laugh at me.
Right. You
Yeah.
start getting weird
Yeah.
when you're a kid, even though you're most weird as a
Mhm.
kid, because
Yeah.
kids are weird and they're silly because they
Yeah.
have no inhibitions.
Yeah.
They're just out there.
Yeah, just doing it just to
Just
do it. Yeah.
outside, just just making it do what it do. So yeah, that freedom is kind of inhibited when you're older. Like you said from the books, the different techniques, relaxation is
Mhm.
key to being a great actor. And it's hard to relax when you're
Yeah.
self-aware.
Especially if you're going to an audition in person.
You have a
Woo!
story you want to
Um,
about being not free or relaxed in your audition in person?
I mean, honestly, I get into like a zone of, okay, you want to book this. They called you out here for a reason. Figure this shit out.
Right.
You need to get your thoughts together,
Right.
take a minute, uh, and go and handle your business.
Right.
And just really kind of giving myself a pep talk. Like, look at here.
Right.
We came all the way over here. We had to pay for parking. You need to figure it.
And that's crazy because, like, we don't think, okay, let's go in there and let's just have fun.
Mhm.
We think like it's technical. Like, I gotta get this
Yeah.
job. I gotta lock in, girl. Like,
Mhm.
do this.
Yeah.
Go kill it. They ain't got nothing on you. We need some extras. Y'all can stay, but I got this. You know what I mean? Like Halle Berry Babs. Oh, y'all can go home. Oh, wait a
Yeah.
minute. Stay. We're gonna need some extras. You try to psych yourself up like that, but we're not like, let's just go play.
Yeah.
It's not easy when you have bills, you have
Mhm.
responsibilities, you have goals you want to meet. It
Yeah.
changes the whole dynamic of the
It really
experience.
does, because it's like you said, you wanna go in having fun, but it's like, how can I go in having fun and
Rent ain't
rent
paid.
ain't paid yet? I don't wanna have fun right
This is
now.
scary. I need this job now. You just want to be able to say that, like your inner dialogue. You want
Yeah.
to, I need this job.
Yeah.
So what do I got to do for
Yep.
you to give me this job so that I can pay
Exactly.
my rent? 'Cause that's what it's about
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
But yeah, that is something that we definitely miss. We don't have fun with it.
Mhm.
We're so scared to even blink
Right.
wrong,
Yeah.
forget to have in that fun moment.
And I think that's what happens when you're waiting to be chosen. So,
Mhm.
like, what's great with you do with your skits, your platforms, and not only are you inspiring people, but you're taking the pick me out of it.
Yeah.
And you're just like, no, I'm going to create my own vehicle.
Yeah.
I'm going to showcase what I have to offer.
Mhm.
And if you like it, cool. If you don't, I still get to have fun. That's when it becomes fun again. When
Yeah.
you have the autonomy, you can say, like,
Yeah.
no, I get to
Mhm.
create the roles that are right for me. You
Yeah.
don't get to tell me you're not the gatekeeper anymore. You
Right,
are.
exactly. And that's why I feel like creating your own work is really good because it, like you said, it takes you out of that, oh, well, all right, they didn't pick me, so what do I do now?
Right.
Well, now you can make your own stuff and pick yourself. And then now you have the option to pick people that you want to be a
Absolutely.
part of your
Absolutely.
project. So, yeah, I think it's all a learning process and really trying to figure out where you fit in, but
Mhm.
also how you could fit in, but also do your own thing as well. It's like, okay, you didn't book me. That's cool.
Right.
I have my own project that I'm working on.
Right, it's
You
still
know,
paid.
it's yeah.
So there, okay. Bills are still gonna be paid, okay, Bill?
Right. Let's talk about ego versus growth.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good topic. I love your topics are so open-ended. We
Yeah,
could go any
yeah.
any way.
Any direction. Hey.
Yeah, I think when you approach anything with ego,
Hmm.
it's detrimental.
Yeah, very. Hmm.
Like, I think if you are gonna do anything, it has to be with the mindset of, like, service,
Hmm.
whether it's doing a podcast for a friend or colleague or, working and collaborating with
Hmm.
people, you have to be like, "What can I give?"
Yeah.
instead of, "What can I get?" Ego is like, "Oh, I'm too big for this. I'm too big
Hmm.
to work for free." As a model, we both modeled in my day, I'll say my day. I'm not that much older than you, but I'll say my day, girl. I was doing my thing, okay? I'm back with magazines for real. Okay, your girl was sitting there, okay?
Clock that tea.
But yeah, you can go from making, $10,000 a day on a brand ad
Yeah.
to, opportunity for advancement for
Yeah.
you. And think of it as I'm in service.
Mhm.
How can I contribute to this process? So that's the growth.
Yeah.
When you get rid of your ego
Yeah.
and you realize, dang, this is fun. I get
Mhm.
to play with my friends,
Yeah.
even as an adult. I get to have fun. I'm not in an office somewhere dealing with
Yeah.
some crazy customer at a, a hotel or restaurant. I mean, my background,
Yeah.
high-end hospitality. I
Mhm.
used to deal with the worst of the worst,
Yeah.
and that was your job because
Mhm.
you worked auditions in the morning, you worked
Mhm.
at night, hospitality, you make your
Yeah.
tips, you know what I mean? You're just
Mhm.
living that life, trying to survive, trying to find your
Yes.
way. You can't
Yeah.
really have ego. You have to be willing to do the work
Yeah.
to get to the next level.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about ego and
Yeah.
girl, clear tap it out, girl.
Um,
Tap it out, clear it out.
I feel like it's one thing to build yourself up to make you feel like I can't be the best in this room, but it's
Right.
another when you go in, I know I'm better than all these people. Like
Right.
they ain't gonna never be better than me, then it's like, but what if somebody is?
Right.
Now what?
Right.
What are you doing next? Like, I feel like there's a level of confidence and then the level of okay, now you don't went off the cliff a little too far. Let's just reel it in just a bit because you don't have to go so overboard to the point where now nobody even wants to work with you
Right.
because you just feel like you can't be touched.
Right. Like the movie The Five Pound Pieces, and nobody's bigger than the program.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my movie too. I love that movie.
But nobody's bigger than nobody's bigger than the program. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's like you said, there's confidence being like, I am capable of
Mhm.
bringing something into this role as
Yeah.
opposed to I'm better than you. And don't get it twisted. I've had those moments where I'm like, I'm trained. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm trained, an officer. It's like I'm trained. We went to conservatory, real headshots.
Mhm.
Because I started so young as a
Yeah.
teenager. So I remember going to the newsstand, getting the
Mhm.
Backstage West.
Mhm.
Marking out auditions and open calls. And
Yeah.
so when you paid the way and you've done the work, and then you see other people getting opportunities just because they dress more sexy or they're more
Mhm.
provocative or they're more
Yeah.
out there. It's like, that's
Mhm.
not fair, but life's not fair.
It's really not because I feel like especially in today's society, I think that do you even really have to be in acting class or go to acting class? These people are getting booked simply because they have 100K
Yeah,
followers.
absolutely.
It does suck because it's like, dang, I only have like 15.
7. I'd be like, 7 months? 7 months?
Yeah.
I'm killing it out here.
Yeah. So, and then they literally put that like scarlet A on you. You don't have 100K.
Right.
We're gonna have to move with somebody else that has that.
And you're like, and then you look at their page and you're like, for what? But what do they do?
Yeah, like oh, they're gonna get you more people. Okay.
And that's how you have to look at it. It's
Mhm.
really a business. And that's a business mindset.
Yeah.
But that's why you want to work with creative people that also
Mhm.
have a business mindset where they're like, oh, I'll give you your first opportunity. And that's
Yeah.
why there's like people like Spike Lee or John
Mhm.
Singleton who were putting people on. There's a different time of
Yeah.
filmmaking.
Mm.
Halle Berry and discovering these
Mhm.
people, giving them opportunities that nobody else would because of the way they looked or
Yeah.
because they weren't famous enough. And it's like, no, I'm a filmmaker.
Mhm.
I'm choosing the best person for the job. And that's why I really appreciate Ryan Coogler. I mean,
Yeah.
he doesn't pick the most famous people. He picks the people who are right for the role.
Mhm.
And that's what makes it so much more richer and
Yeah.
fulfilling. It's not like, oh, it's just clickbait.
Yeah.
It's like real character work and it's exciting.
Exactly. Like I would love to work with you, Ryan Coogler. Please, we
Even if I'm an extra, PA,
just
observer.
just being in that setting, like
Yeah.
you could learn so much.
And he's from my area. He's from the Bay. I'm from Northern California, so I grew up in the Bay. So I'm like, cousin, y'all twins? No, we cousins. Cousin Ryan, what's up?
Right. Yeah, we gonna work it out.
Right.
We gonna work it out.
I know. I've been seeing people shouting out different celebrities, and they're getting responses, and I'm like,
Yeah, like
let me.
not right. Hey,
Right. Back in the day, we used to call them right.
Right.
That's cousin right. Just giving them nicknames and stuff. What up, Shash? I don't know you. You are not my cousin. I'll see you Sunday, right?
Right. Like, security?
Right. Get this lady out of here. Exactly. Just too familiar. But yeah, ego for me. I don't have any ego.
Mhm.
If I can help, I want to help.
Yeah.
I want to participate. It's like
Yeah.
remembering what you love to do and
Mhm.
why you started doing it is always going to keep you grounded.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I have any clout to have an ego with 1,000 followers, but I'm just saying, your girl was working back in the day, okay? Your girl has a little clout back in the day. Don't make me pull out the files and put them out there, okay? I try to be reserved. I try to be humble. Okay? Don't make me put that card down. If I have to pull the card, I'll pull the card.
Hey, pull the card.
But I'm just saying in general, even the people who you don't think should have an ego can have an ego.
Yeah.
Like, from where? Why? Can you relax? We appreciate your effort and your work, but come on now.
Yeah.
You can work for free for an hour. It's okay. You're gonna be all right.
Right. Yeah. I also think that, when you are working for free and doing that favor for a favor,
Mhm.
in a sense, it just makes you feel even better about what you do.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows you ain't making no money in this business. But if you truly love the business, then the money doesn't really matter because it's gonna come when you need it to come.
Right.
Or will it? No, seriously. Like, if you really love what you're doing, the money doesn't matter because you didn't get in it for the money.
Right.
Or you shouldn't be getting in it for the money
Mhm.
because now you're chasing a check opposed to chasing the actual dream
Right.
that you sought out to do. So I think that if you're in it for the money, go ahead and hang that up.
Yeah, and especially
gonna
with
work.
AI,
Oh,
like
mhm.
there ain't no money. You're not
Mhm.
making money like you used
Yeah.
to back in the day for residuals and things
Yeah.
like that. It's now like buyouts and
Mhm.
things. But speaking of, that was a good point. There's a movie. You're young now. Let me see. I mean,
All right.
you're young. Did you just turn 30? Have you ever seen the movie Field of Dreams with Kevin Costner? It's a great movie, but
Mhm.
it lends to what you're saying as
Mhm.
far as so the theme of the movie is if you build it, they will come.
Mhm.
And it's about a baseball team. It's all kind of fantasy,
Mhm.
but it just say build the baseball field and
Mhm.
the baseball players from times
Yeah.
past will come forward,
Mhm.
And it's kind of like the same thing. It's like if you build it, you build your
Yeah.
platform like yourself, starting
Mhm.
from the beginning. The people who want to work with you, that
They
want to support you, they're gonna come. You don't
Yeah.
have to pander, you don't have
Mhm.
to be performative, you don't have to twerk on the video, followers. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're twerking, you're twerking. It's
Yeah.
okay. We not judging. I'm not.
No judge. No
Don't,
judge
don't
zone.
judge. But you're gonna get more followers that
Mhm.
way as opposed to just maybe doing a
Yeah.
podcast or doing a skit or
Mhm.
because it's not clickbait.
Yeah.
It's something that's tantalizing or
Yeah.
exciting. It's like, oh, you really have to watch
Yeah.
and listen to the jokes and
Mhm.
listen to the writing and
Yeah.
you have to sit there and our attention span is this short.
Very short.
So, of course, the more provocative it is, the more attention it's going to get. But it's
Yeah.
like if you just keep building step by step, you're
Mhm.
going to get the follow, and the money's going to come.
Yeah.
So, Field of Dreams, that's on your list to watch.
Yes. Feel the dreams. You hear that, people? Feel the dream. You got to feel it.
Field!
Field. Field the dream.
Field of Dreams.
Field of dreams.
Just missing words. Yes, Field of Dreams. Baseball field.
Field of dreams.
Kevin Costner.
I feel like I get that from my late grandma. She would butcher some names and words, and you'll be like, "What are you talking about?" It was this movie actually, called The Ditch Digger's Daughters.
Oh, that's a mouthful.
Really good film.
Okay.
And for the longest time, she was saying the Deejit's daughters. And I remember I was trying to look for the movie, like
Right.
on YouTube, or I'm like, I can't find this Deejit's daughters. Like, where do I find this at? And I don't even understand how I came across it one day. I wasn't even thinking about it. And I'm like, I know this is not the Ditch Digger's Daughters. I'm like, Lord have mercy.
Them tongue twisters. Grandma said, I know it's something with the D.
Yeah.
It's a fabulous movie. You need to check it out. My grandma's the same way. She was like that actor, the tall one.
Mm.
Well, with the hair. Grandma, that could be anybody.
Yeah.
She just laughed. But she's like, you saw the movie. No,
There's a plethora of movies,
right.
Grandma.
With
How
the
about
man
ya?
with hair and the tall one. Yeah, grandmas in film. That's a whole nother segment.
Yeah, like, off of Abbott Elementary, Lord have mercy, what's her character name? I can't think of her character name, but Shirley Ralph when she's
Oh, but
always,
yeah,
like,
the principal.
the teacher.
Is she a teacher?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
because
okay, okay.
Ava's the, principal.
Oh, that's right.
But,
Okay.
like, she'll come in and, like, say a celebrity's name that it you're close, but you
Right, just adjacent.
adjacent. It's like, I don't think you meant that person. We brought up comparison trap earlier, but I want to get more into that
Yeah.
because I feel like, especially now, we can compare ourselves to other
Yeah.
people. Like you were saying, you see these clips of your fellow peers, and it looks like they're doing well and like booking and like every other film. It's like they done booked a short, a television show, a movie. It's like, well, Lord,
Right.
what they doing that I'm not doing? And if you could direct me into
Right.
that direction.
And that is so true. I
Mhm.
mean, and it is. It feels like I remember this podcaster saying we were not meant to have this much exposure to
Yeah.
everyone's life and news, even like streaming, something as
Mhm.
simple as streaming. It's like there is no anticipation. You used to
Yeah.
have to wait for a show to
Mhm.
come out or wait for remember music videos to come
Yeah.
out. You're like the debut, like
Yeah.
Michael Jackson or Aaliyah or something like
Yeah.
that. You were like excited. There was
Mhm.
that build up and now it's just like you're constantly bombarded by
Mhm.
images and they're only the glossy. You don't see people on there with the pimple and that's why
Yeah.
the people that are like that, like the Tabitha Browns who
Mhm.
will just show her stretch marks or just
Yeah.
show her real body and just say, this is me. I'm still
Yeah.
happy. I'm still healthy.
Mhm.
I'm happy to be here and talk about her journey, her
Mhm.
struggle. They're the most relatable
Yeah.
because it's not this glossy filtered, oh, we have a
Mhm.
perfect marriage, we have a perfect life, everything's
Yeah.
perfect for me. No, you're
No.
not showing everything you've done or everything you've
Mhm.
been through or what sacrifices you made that
Yeah.
might not be so morally
Mhm.
acceptable for the position you're in. We just see the curated image and it's
Yeah.
hard. It's really hard not to get caught up. 'Cause I've been
Yeah.
there like, what you have a half a million? What are you
Right,
doing?
like,
Like
what are you
I
doing?
know you're not better than me. I know I will act circles around you, girl. Hey, you feel like that, but it's like that's their journey.
Yeah.
We all have our own purposes, our own journeys. Why we're here on this earth, that's how I believe. I believe we all have a bigger purpose,
Yeah.
and each platform is not going to be the same. I
Mhm.
can't do what they do, but they can't do what I do. But it's just like the people that do the things that are maybe not the most I don't know, professional, get
Yeah.
the most opportunities, and it's
Mhm.
hard because you're like, "Damn, I'm professional.
Yeah.
I've done the work.
Mhm.
I've been to acting class
Yeah.
and the conservatory and got the degree and,
Yeah.
treat people with respect
Mhm.
and worked for free and helped my fellow,
Mhm.
teammates and colleagues and students and all the good things." You want the success, but you're not willing to compromise what
Mhm.
you feel is the right pathway.
Yeah.
So it's hard when it's decline is the
Yeah.
hardest part and not being jaded and not being jealous because your
Mhm.
jealousy is still you're still gonna be
Yes.
winning.
Yeah.
So it
It
doesn't
is better.
matter. They're gonna be twerking all the way to the top and you're
Mhm.
gonna be mad. There's nothing you can
Because
do
you don't
about
wanna, move that one left cheek. You don't wanna do that. And you shouldn't have to bend your morals
Right.
to,
to be successful.
to be successful. And I just think that when I think the wait is a little bit longer because you're not doing the
Right.
things that you could be doing to make that extra change, but it's
Something
worth
strange
it
for a piece of change,
for
like they used
something
to
strange.
say.
Yeah. You're not trying to do something strange for a little piece of change. You trying to do something professional
Right.
for a bigger piece of change.
Exactly. Well said, girl. I couldn't have said it better myself. Okay. You took it and ran with it. I love it. But exactly.
But yeah, I feel like the wait is, I look at it like, you see all these people getting all these opportunities, but at the same time, like you said, that was for them and your
Mhm.
moment is coming. Your moment is going to be even bigger and better
Right.
than what they could even fathom. And the waiting process, I think, is very rewarding because it teaches you to be humble.
Right.
It teaches you patience.
Absolutely.
And I feel like those lessons need to be learned in order for you to get to that next level.
Right.
Because what if you're not even humble right now, but you get to that level and it's like now that ego comes
Mhm.
into play. And now what if all of a sudden all that just goes away?
Right.
Now you have to reel it back in and start over because you didn't appreciate
Right.
what you have just been given. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, I think that just being who you are and trusting the process and really knowing that it's gonna get better and just really
Mhm.
believing in yourself
Yeah.
because I think that's what really plays a big part. You have to believe in yourself. And I'm saying this for me, that moment of like you just uncertainty. I don't know, you
Y-
know?
Yeah, and if you I was thinking about what we're talking about, and
Hmm.
it's like, why do people who maybe don't have the background, don't have
Hmm.
the skills, and why are they so free to do what they do? They're
Hmm.
so uninhibited. They'll put out the craziest thing. I'm like, you're
Hmm.
not worried about your mom, your grandma. But the reality is, it's like when you care about something, you're more
Hmm.
protective. When you put in the work, you put in the hours. So you're like, I'm nervous about
Yeah.
releasing it because I actually care, and
Hmm.
it's not just I'm just being crazy for
Yeah.
likes. It's like this is my work. These are
Hmm.
my words. This is my
Yeah.
skit that I've created, or this is
Hmm.
my monologue. Whatever. This is my show. This is my podcast.
Hmm.
So you're like so detail oriented, but
Yeah.
times we overthink
Hmm.
or outthink the idea, and it's like just put it out there. Just be brave and put it out there. So it's like you said, believing in yourself and just be I'm just gonna put it out. Even if
Yeah.
it doesn't look amazing, it's
Yeah.
not perfect, I'm gonna put it out there
Yeah.
because my story deserves to be told just like everyone else's.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't have to be picture perfect. I mean, I feel like some people can be noticed and discovered off of shoot a grainy video. It's like I think I like them. Where they number it? You
Right.
know,
No,
like
absolutely. Yeah. And it's probably a lot now because it's so oversaturated with
Mhm.
this curated, filtered everything. It's like
Yeah,
the unique people are the ones that are like, oh, she's not doing all that, but she's still got something special,
yeah,
or she's
like
still got
yeah,
something special. Yeah. I mean, hell, Tabitha Brown was discovered from a sandwich video.
yeah,
She went viral,
yeah.
and she was an actress for 20 years. She said she struggled. And then she did a 30-second tutorial on a
Mhm.
sandwich that she thought was amazing, a
Yeah.
vegan sandwich, and she blew up. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, so you just
Dang.
never know. But being authentic and
Yeah.
believing in yourself, I think, are the two keys.
Yeah, because and then it's like you never really know what video or what
Right.
moment is actually going to make you you in a
Right.
sense. So it's like you just kind of want to stay true to yourself because you never really know what moment is going to be your moment.
Right.
Because if your moment is something you don't normally do and it's off brand, but now you just kind of made it from that, but that's not what you do. So
Right.
now it's like they want to see that. They
Right.
don't want to see
Yeah, you
what you
gotta you
really,
gotta keep
you
it you
know.
gotta keep it twerking now. You gotta keep it twerking
Yeah.
now. You gave us the twerking, now we want that's what we want. You
Yeah.
gotta give the people what they want.
You got to keep twerking the cheeks. You got to keep them moving for sure.
And now you want to try to pivot. It's too late. You
Oh,
don't gave us that, so that's what we want.
yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. So you want to stay authentic and keep to
Mhm.
your brand so that you're not put in a position of
Yeah.
like, oh, well, I just did that one thing, just one off. It's
Like,
like,
yeah.
no,
No, I
no,
want to see more.
too bad for you. So sorry.
You want the money or not? All right.
You want fame, you want fortune, you
Yeah.
gotta work for it, you gotta
Mhm.
sweat for it. Get to work.
Have you ever felt just frustrated in class? Like this is not it's not coming out how I want it to. The scene isn't working in the moment. What I'm saying is not matching. It's not coming off the page.
Oh my God, yeah. And yeah, too many times. And you're just like, you could just feel like you're like, I'm bombing. And
Yeah.
you're so aware, you're like,
Mhm.
okay, I'm stinking up the place. Just gotta go down with the ship because you
Yep.
can't stop mid and just be like, let me start over. You have to
Yep.
commit your seat. Just gotta bomb, stick it up, and just try to get another day. And it's hard, but it's like what I notice is when I'm in those moments when it's not working is that I didn't do the work.
Mhm.
I phoned it in. I waited to the last minute. I
Yeah.
didn't rehearse with my scene partner.
Mhm.
Or I made all the excuses of why I couldn't lock in. Oh, I'm
Mhm.
gonna go out or watch this show. I'll do it. I'm good at memorizing.
Mhm.
it's really not about the
Yeah,
memorization. It's
it's
about the emotion and doing the
mhm.
background story so you know where your character is coming from. And I always regret those moments because you're like, oh wow, I am in a classroom of 50 of my peers,
Yeah.
just bombing. Just tomatoes. Just throw the tomatoes at me. I know I suck, but you're in your head screaming. I know I suck. I'm so sorry I'm putting you guys through this, but I have to finish the 2 minutes. I knew after 15 seconds this was a disaster,
Yeah.
but I'm just gonna roll,
Yeah.
hoping that you're hoping for a miracle that
Mhm.
something will tap in and you'll settle
Yeah.
into it, but you won't.
Yeah. No. Like, I already know. You ain't gonna tell me. Just go ahead and sit down.
Yeah, I don't even need a critique. I know
Like,
what you're gonna say. I felt it. I felt it more than you saw it.
yeah.
So just trust me. I know I'm terrible in this moment, but
Now, do you feel like you need validation in that moment of, okay, I know this wasn't my best work, but I know I can do the work. Now, in terms of the teacher validating you, like, this may be an off day for you, but I know you can do better. How does that make you feel?
for me, I really don't respond
Hmm.
outside of validation,
Hmm.
good or bad. It's
Yeah.
just for me, I like constructive criticism,
Hmm.
knowing what you can work on.
Hmm.
And I've had some tough teachers. Like
Yeah.
I have this one story about this guy. He was so good at just crying. He just
Hmm.
could cry. And so I just made a nickname, just being
Yeah.
antagonistic. I just kept calling him Snotty Nose Mike because
Oh.
every time he cried, his nose would run. And my teacher, she was a really great black teacher, and she was like, "You're just saying that because somebody told you it wasn't okay to cry." She said that to me in front of the class, and it like hit me. And I'm like, "That's true. I didn't grow up in an
Hmm.
environment where it's okay to cry or
Yeah.
be overly emotive." I don't think a
Hmm.
lot of black families are like
Yeah.
that. Like crying is a sign of weakness.
Yeah.
Even for girls,
Yeah.
it's like you have to be tough.
Mhm.
You support your family, you support the
Yeah.
environment you're in, and for most part, for me, I don't think most of us live that soft, very coddled life.
Yeah, no.
So I was like, wow, that she kept it real,
Mhm.
and it kind of embarrassed me, but it was true. I was
Mhm.
teasing him because I was just jealous. Like you could just cry
Yeah.
so openly. He was so locked in,
Mhm.
and I was just like, dang, I wish I could do that. I was
Yeah.
really envious actually in
Mhm.
that moment. So, but it was that constructive. It was more constructive
Yeah.
criticism, like saying you're just saying that because you don't feel comfortable
Yeah.
crying, as opposed to it's okay that you don't cry. Next
Mhm.
time you can. No,
Yeah.
it was like no. Check yourself.
Yeah.
Tap, go deeper,
Yeah.
and then so I, excuse me, I respond more to constructive
Mhm.
criticism than like applause because
Okay.
it just doesn't move me either way.
Yeah.
What about you?
I feel like I'm a little bit of both. I feel like when you're telling me I'm doing a great job, it's like, okay, it builds me up a little bit more because I know that I'm in the right direction. So
Mhm,
keep going in that
mhm.
direction. I do appreciate constructive criticism because we need that because no matter how, feelings are hurt, you need it.
For growth, yeah.
You need it for growth. So I feel like, there's always a way to say things.
Right, true.
Now if you being rude about it, then it's like, okay.
Do it too much. Who are you talking to, like your
Yeah.
mom used to say?
Yeah. But if you're truly trying to get the point across, like, okay,
Right,
that wasn't what I was looking for. Maybe go in this direction
right,
or, it's like, okay, I see what you're saying. Could have,
right,
done it better, XYZ, blah, blah, blah.
right.
But yeah, I enjoy both sides.
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice to hear
Mhm.
something nice,
Yeah.
but
Don't over.
right. Some people can be patronizing. It
Yeah.
just doesn't feel authentic. And it's
Mhm.
like we're in a learning environment. We're there to
Yeah.
learn. We're there to train. I
Yeah.
feel like it's like an athlete to me.
Yeah.
It's like, no,
Yeah.
what am I missing? And if you really know yourself, like you
Mhm.
do enough self-work, and I think actors, artists, we really have to go here first
Yeah.
before we can give it out.
Mhm.
It's like, no, I know I didn't go deep enough. I
Yeah.
know these tears are like, I'm like, you gotta cry right now. Get there, girl. Get there. What that time when your mom beat you?
Ye
Get the tears going, girl. Remember he broke your heart. Remember what he told you? You trying to go medical back there to know if you were really in the scene and you were really tapped into the pain.
Mhm.
You don't have to go
Yeah.
back when you were 7 or the
Yeah.
guy that broke your heart.
Mhm.
This scene is powerful enough that it will touch your heart if you open yourself to the
Yeah.
moment. But it's just like that fear, the
Mhm.
judgment. You don't want to be in the ugly cry in
Yeah.
front of everybody. You don't want to feel silly, but it's like that's the price you're gonna pay
Yeah.
for authenticity and for being real. But Child, I done bombed more times. You cannot. You saw that one class back in 2001. You need to hush, okay? See me now. Okay. It's like, that's the one class you sat in on? My bad. Yeah, that was a rough week for me. I couldn't get deep. And sometimes you just can't. You hear like even the greatest actors say, I just couldn't bring it out.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you're just going through so much stuff emotionally in your life that you're locked away.
Yeah.
Self-protection, you know? So it's like, but yeah, that being out there and knowing you're not doing well is the worst because you're so exposed. You can't hide.
Yeah, you can't hide. Literally, the title of this episode, you can't hide.
Is that
just loosely?
Okay.
Yeah, loosely.
Okay.
It's the ending of the
Okay. Well, yeah, you really can't. It's like you're exposed. And I think that's why people also hesitate posting their content or coming up with an idea. It's like,
Yeah.
oh shoot, they can see me. They know this is who I am. They can see all my flaws. They can see my imperfections, and they get to judge me. But it's like they're judging you anyway.
Yeah.
They're judging you for not posting.
Yeah.
They're judging you for posting. They're judging you for being covered up. They're judging you for not being covered up. They're judging everything. You laugh too much. You smile too much.
Yeah.
You're too serious. It's like they're gonna judge you anyway. So you might as well put it out there.
Yeah.
Do what you love.
I had to learn that the hard way. It's like, well, I don't want to post this one because one brow was a little too high than the other. I don't know. But
This is me, real rap raw. Okay, that's how we keep it. The Creator Struggles podcast, straight up.
hey, listen. These brows I ain't done. All I did was put a little concealer. Bless the Lord.
Bless the Lord, you did a great job, girl.
I know how to finesse.
She's finessing it, okay, and that's the thing too. And actually, if you can finesse it,
Hey,
you can fake your way through. You're that good.
Yeah, but it come a point where you may not be able to fake it for too long, so you better figure it out.
Well, and that's the thing. If you book a real job with real professionals, like if you're working with a Ryan crew, or you're working with these technicians, it's like surgical with it, everything. It's like you really have to be on point. So doing the training, doing the work, taking those chances is going to make you more braver. So when you get that, hey, I saw your creative struggle. Yeah, you created this podcast. I want to talk to you. I'm like, cool. No. Right, you're cool. Like, yeah. What? You ready? Super awkward. Who is this? Right? Who? Exactly. So it prepares you for the bigger moments, like you said, that will come as long as you have consistency and doing the work. You know, dreams. Build the dream. Build the dream. Build the dream. Exactly. She got it.
What do you feel acting class actually teaches you?
It teaches you a lot. I mean, it teaches you about stage presence. It teaches you, depending on who the teacher is, whether it's improv like Groundlings or Meisner technique, learning, like you said, in a structured environment technique, collaborative, you know, interest. Hopefully, if they're a good teacher, it teaches you relaxation. Yeah. If you can relax, that's when people don't realize that is the key to being, even in like this environment, like you have a very relaxed energy. Oh. Yeah. Very calm. It feels like we've known each other for a long time, you know, like we're old friends. Like, and that's how it should be, not like you're on a newscasting show, you know. So right. Janelle, you know. You want that relaxation because that allows you to filter everything in. Yeah. You know, you don't have those blocks. And it's like a great class will break down those blockages, almost like a therapist. Yeah. And they make you go deeper. And the deeper you go, the more relaxed you are. It's like when you have something you don't want people to know. Once you own it and you're relaxed, it's like, yeah, I have this scar. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm overweight. Yeah, been snacking. Freddie Murphy up in this face. Life's bread. Yes, I'm thick. I'm looking thick, but that's all right. I know how to get under control. It's like they can't use it against you. When you really know yourself and you really can go there. Yeah. And that's an acting class. You really have to be able to go there. Yeah, you can't perform it. You have to be it. And that's the thing most people don't get. It's like, I'm going to act this out. I'm angry at you. Yeah. A lot of times you're angry. You're trying to hide it. Yeah. You don't want to show it. You don't want to show that you want to cry. You're restraining it. Yeah. But most people think, I got to cry right now. It's like, no. The more powerful it is when you're holding it back. Yeah. And the tears and the voice is shaking, you know. So it's like the restraint. from the relaxation. I'm like, oh, I got this.
Yeah.
This is my performance. I can play with it. I'm
Right.
comfortable. I could just move. You're not restricted
Mm-hmm.
in the little things you do when you're super nervous. I used to blink a lot. Uncontrollably, girl, I was trying to blink up out of there. I'm like, oh, I'm nervous. Let me blink. Let me
Yeah.
click my heels 3 times and get up out this piece. Give me out of here. Things with their mouth. Like if you ever see actors, certain actors will do funny things like
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
It's nervous tension. And I always, because I'm trained, I always think, oh, they're just nervous.
Yeah.
Like, don't be so critical, but that's what it is. And the director should say, you need to relax. Your
Yeah.
mouth is doing something weird, or you're doing something weird with your head. Or
Yeah.
that's part of it. Like your acting teacher is almost like your director. It's like, this is how you're going to approach the scene. And they've done it so many times. They
Right.
can really break it down and get you to the point of like, she's so relaxed. She's so open and vulnerable that you're present.
In the moment.
Yeah. If you're trying to perform it, trying to act, you're shut down, girl. You're stinking up the place. Get off the stage. We don't want none of this. It's too early. It's Saturday morning. We're just trying to survive. Right. Have coffee. Just get off the stage.
We got to figure it out. Okay. Figure this stuff out.
Go home. We're going to give you the day off.
Yeah.
Because you're bothering us. You're getting on my damn nerves. You're like,
Yeah.
you're making other people suffer too when you don't do the work, because they got to sit there and watch it, and they have you do it over and over and break down the critique. It's like, you didn't do the work. You up here cutting up, acting, wasting our damn time. I pay for this class too.
Okay.
You need a nap. Go sleep in. We got work to do.
Matter of fact, go last.
Go when the class is out on break. How about that? We don't want none of what you're serving today.
Yeah.
So,
because I feel like that could also throw everybody else off.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It just throws, it's an energy thing.
Yeah.
And you do learn by watching other people, but if you're doing bad work, you don't learn from that. It really does piss you off, especially if you've done the work and you met up with your scene partner and you're really working on yourself to be a better actor, storyteller. And people get up there and they can't remember their lines, or they're changing the lines and they're messing other people up. It's just like, you're gonna make me mad. I don't encourage violence, but I'm feeling violent right now. I'm going to be honest with myself. Okay. I'm in touch with my own feelings. Okay. And I'm feeling violent with this. So and let somebody else go that really want to put up some real work. Okay. Yeah. That's how you've been feeling sometimes, right? But yeah, a great teacher really can break down the scene, give you constructive feedback, and see your blind spots that you can't see, because all we see is ourselves. They're an outside, and they're supposedly a professional.
Yeah.
Some are cults, but
Yeah.
so we're professional. Not now, but most have like degrees and they've studied, and so they're able to implement that and impart that information on you as a student, as a pupil, and help you grow and be able to perform in a short amount of time too. Most teachers in LA not only teach you technique, but to audition, and that's an important skill set too. Yeah. What do you feel like a teacher's main focus is?
I feel like learning how to listen to your scene partner, and confidence, actually, because I feel like you go to class so many times, a little nervous at first, but once you keep going, building that repetition, constantly doing, the craft, learning, okay, what's my objective again? Wait, like what do I need from this person? What do I want from this person? And truly just listening. I feel like sometimes we don't listen to, the person that's in front of us. Like, we're like, they finna say they line. Okay, so that means I gotta say my line next. Know the lines, but know how to listen to
Being
what they're
present,
actually saying.
That's true.
I think teaches you that too.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the Meisner.
Yeah.
I like your shirt. You like my shirt?
Yeah.
The repetitiousness of the repetition. I was so weird, like just befuddled. Like, what is this exercise that is like, it's teaching you how to be a reactive listener. Like, if they change the inflection, it means something different. So, I like your shirt. You like my shirt. And it's like, I like your shirt. It's like, you like my shirt? Like, so you're like intonation, the way someone says it, the cadence, all that matters. And you're really listening and you're present. You're not waiting like, oh, here's my line. I know what I have to say. I know he's gonna open the door. What if the door's stuck? You got to be able to say, open this door. Let me in. Hello. Not gonna yell your lines to the door. If you're present, you're gonna react to what's happening in front of you.
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh, and also taking risks. I feel like you start to get comfortable taking risks that you probably wouldn't have taken because, you're in class. You were allowed to take that risk because
Right.
now you need to see like, okay, was this a good chance to take or should I have kept it
Yeah.
where it was?
So was there a time in a scene that you really took a risk that you felt like proud of, or was a success or a failure? She's like,
I wouldn't say it was a fail, but it was a learning experience because, reading a scene, you kind of play it out the way you feel like it should be done, and that's not
Right.
how you should do it.
Right.
So I've learned to not do that. Uh, but I would like play it out in my head and okay, I step 2 steps over here and then like they gonna say this. I'm like, ooh, that's gonna be good. Then I'm gonna say this. And it's like, did you practice this already?
Right.
Like, yeah, was I not? No, that's
So your partner's like, what are you doing? Why are you moving?
like, you're supposed to be up there because I'm going right here.
You're blocking my spot. My spot there.
When I rehearsed this by myself in my place.
You weren't there, and I stood here 2 steps to the right.
Yeah, like you in my way.
My choreography. Right.
So yeah, I had to break myself from doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Yeah, that's a good point. Like a teacher will break you of bad habits, rehearsed habits, or thinking like, oh, I know what an actor does. A really good teacher will teach you, no, they'll get rid of all of that. They'll scrape you clean.
Yeah.
And start you from the bare basics. And it's like you said, listening, being reactive, not rehearsing, being over rehearsed to the point where you're like, well, I can't move. I told myself I had to step around me.
I got 2 breaths in between this. I
said 2 breaths. I took 3. And it's because of the fear. You want to control the environment because you're so exposed. It's like, if I control how many breaths I take, how many steps I take, okay, when he does this, I'm going to put my hand up. I like, don't want you to see me cry.
It's be good.
Right. Denzel. Angela Bassett, who? Okay, yeah, she's here. Okay. Yeah, that's how you feel. You're like, oh, it's so controlled because I'm afraid to just say, let me get out there and see what happens. I know my lines. I know my character. I know their story.
Yeah.
Let me just be present. But it's hard to be present because you're like, I'm afraid. I'm afraid I'm going to fail. I'm afraid I'm not going to know what to do. But you will if you're present. You're going to react just like you would in this scene and whatever the scene is. So But I did want to tell you about a funny story about failure.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Tell us.
Girl. So I went out for like this space alien movie and the jargon was like space alien talk, I guess. And I just could not lock in. And I did study. It was like Galactica, like it was going off. And I went in there and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna try to lock in. And I couldn't. Girl, the casting director was laughing so hard. He said, thank you. That's enough. I was mortified. Girl, I was mortified. I was laughing all the way to my car, but I was ashamed. That is embarrassing.
He said, you know what? It's okay.
Don't call us. And we won't call you either. Get your ass. It's like, y'all the one who wrote this crazy script. Yeah, nobody. That's why I ain't never seen the movie to this day. Because nobody can get that dark. It was crazy, but it was like, we go in there and we fail all the time. And that's when you get your confidence from the failure, but it feels horrible. I mean, girl, I was in there fighting. Because you could just feel yourself like, this ain't going. It's like you're your outside person is watching dying.
Like, go ahead. Just come on.
Girl, he was laughing. I never seen cast director laugh so hard.
You should be like, you know what? Fuck it. We just go book you because you're
killing it. You're killing it in the wrong way. But you did something special. But girl, I was mortified though. I was so embarrassed. I didn't even think, I've been doing it so long. I didn't think I could even be that. I was like, I just wanted to put on a hoodie, glasses, a mustache, and get up out of there. Please don't ever say you saw me here.
Yeah.
Please, can we sign an NDA?
Oh,
I was
Lord.
mortified. And so sometimes you could even do the work, but it just doesn't resonate with you. Once
Yeah.
again, knowing yourself and knowing your brand, it's like Alien Galactica. It ain't.
Nah.
You
You'll work it out.
Namaste. Okay, I'm in that.
You'll have to work it out.
We have to get a dialect coach. We gonna get it cracking. So don't worry about that. But yeah, it was brutal. It was, oh my God, embarrassing.
But hey, you learn from your mistakes.
And yeah, and everything's not for you. It's
Yeah.
the ability to say, yeah, I would love to work, but I don't think this is right for me.
Yeah.
And it's okay to pass
Yeah.
and say, let me do something else.
Somebody else can take this one. Yes. It's okay.
This is like, you already committed. You already said I'm going to show up. You're like, I'm not a professional. No, it's okay to cancel an
Yeah.
audition. You're like, I tried to get the words down. It just didn't work. Because still, you're still wasting time whether you show up or you don't. Because
Yeah.
girl, I was in there stumbling, stuttering.
Oh.
It was brutal. And he was dying laughing so I could see.
He was like, this can't be.
I said, yo, this is a comedy. But I committed so hard. He was like, this is hilarious. Like, you are, no, don't come back here.
No.
I don't ever want to see your face in this part of town again.
Oh.
I said, you won't, sir. I'm not even mad at that assessment. It was brutal. Acting is brutal.
Yeah, it can definitely be, because that reminds me of when I went to this audition and it was like a monologue and I had to sit in this chair as if I was like tied up. And thought I thought I had memorized the monologue, and the amount of people in the room just threw me off. So I'm like, damn, I done forgot. So I'm sitting there like, whenever you're ready. Okay. I don't even know the first word. I forgot.
You
Yeah.
blank out. Once
Yeah.
again, it's that fear relaxation. Like they say it shouldn't matter who's in the room, but it does change.
Yeah.
It's like there's a producer, there's a writer, there's
Mhm.
executives. You're like, huh? And your
Like,
brain will just shut off on you.
they,
It's like
yeah.
self.
I didn't know it was gonna be everybody and their grandmama here. I just thought it was one or two.
CBS came out.
Like, jeez,
What did you do?
like, sheesh. I didn't. Whoa, what project is this again?
Where am I? In a coma. Like you just woke up from being in a coma. Who is it?
Because I didn't know we was bringing the
I didn't hear.
the producers inside.
No, it is scary
Yeah.
when they bring in everybody to watch you
Mhm.
and not just like a cast of their good.
Yeah.
You're like, this
Oh,
is real.
yeah.
This is
Yeah.
they're judging, and you feel like you're being judged. But
Mhm.
if you change it to like they really want you to be the one, so their job is done, but you don't. You feel it. No one. You can't describe the feeling
Yeah.
of putting everything you've done in front of a group of people that are complete strangers
Mhm.
and hoping that they like you.
Yeah.
It's like the worst feeling, and your body will betray you. Damn you.
Like, why did you decide to sweat now? The arms sweat down to the belly button. What you doing?
I'll come out audition and I'll be like to my boyfriend at the time, I'm like, you want me to walk you with my pants? But he's like, I didn't see you.
Yeah.
I'm in there with my arms up, doing different tasks. They're like, jump, yeah, like this. And you're like, oh my God. Yeah, it can be it.
Very.
So how did you get out? How did you recover?
I didn't.
I'm dead.
I didn't recover. I said what I vaguely remembered. And they were like, "You will
We'll never,
you know."
we'll never call you.
And I briskly walked up out of there because
Could you have asked for like, can I see the sides? Did you bring the sides in with you?
yeah, and I was looking down at the paper too, and it was just
Late.
I just like you said, it just wasn't clicking. Like
Yeah.
it just wasn't. I
That's
wasn't
brutal.
there with it, and I was like, damn.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
Dang, I'm sorry. That's
Yeah.
that. It's like it does. It stays with you for forever. It's like one of those wounds that you never forget. That feeling
Mm-hmm.
of like, dang, I was just sitting in a room full of executives, and my mind blanked, and I had the paper, and I
Still just like
it's brutal. Yes, this life is not for the faint of heart.
yeah, it's not. It can be very, very sad.
Humbling,
Yeah.
to say the least.
Humbling, overwhelming, passionate.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I know we talked about well, not necessarily talked about, but brought it up.
Mhm.
Is acting necessary? Now, when we get into that, trained actors versus raw talent. You know?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, there are a lot of people discovered,
Mhm.
even Michael B. Jordan was just
Yeah.
saying he never took acting lessons. He
Mhm.
kind of just was at a doctor's office with his mom,
Mhm.
and a lady was like, "Your son has a good look. He should be an actor." And he kind of just kept
Mhm.
going from there. And I'm sure he's taken classes along the
Yeah.
way, but it wasn't like a passion, something he pursued. And he doesn't have a degree in
Mhm.
acting, and he's great.
Yeah.
And he's made a life for
Mhm.
himself, and that's really what it's about.
Yeah.
It's not about the fame, but Natalie Portman was discovered as a
Mhm.
kid, and, she's a great actress,
Yeah.
and there's so many, the list goes on and on. But like you said, when it comes to being a technician,
Mhm.
getting on a set and you realize this is $1 million movie or $100 million movie,
Mhm.
and you're acting alongside people who are the top of the top,
Mhm.
you can see the technique as opposed to the people that are trained because
Yeah.
there's a relaxation that's just it's effortless. You
Yep.
Denzel with it, okay?
Yeah.
Denzel and acting like you're appealing when you are,
Yeah.
okay?
Uh-huh.
Like, it's like he's so effortlessly present.
Mhm.
And I think that's because of his years and years of conservatory
Yeah.
training. Denzel said he trained for at least 8 years. And
Mhm.
that's a long time to
Yeah.
be training and doing something
Yeah.
continuously, as opposed to like, oh, I'm just naturally talented, charismatic.
Mhm.
There's a lot to be said for that, to be
Yeah.
watchable.
Right.
It's a lot of watchable people, and there's a lot of people that are so trained and they're just not watchable. So
Yeah.
there's like components
Mhm.
to, being able to make a career for yourself. But
Yeah.
I think the technique, like in the situations we were talking about,
Mhm.
even with the Galactica interstellar jargon that took me out, okay, and it scarred me for life. I think stronger technique
Mhm.
probably could have locked in and even like improv something.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand these words, but I can change it.
Change it. Yeah.
But if I was a little more relaxed, but I was so nervous because I knew I didn't know the words and I knew I couldn't say it like it meant something
Yeah.
to me. Goo goo gaga. It's like, sir, I don't know how to make that rip. Tap into the mainframe and,
Yeah.
and do all this stuff. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I don't want to be in this spaceship. I don't want to be in this room. I am sweating profusely and I want
Yeah.
out. You just like a caged animal. You just
Yeah.
feel so overwhelmed
Mhm.
by the experience. And it shouldn't even be that deep, but it is
Yeah.
when you care. It happens to be that way. But technique, if you go when you go back to the relaxation, it's like listen to what he's saying. You
Yeah.
may not know the words, but you know what he's saying and you
Mhm.
know what your character needs to do.
Yeah.
You need to shut that door before the aliens come in
Yeah.
or whatever. It's like but when you're too wrapped up in other things that are not about the technique,
Mhm.
you're gonna flounder. You're gonna
Yeah.
just collapse under the pressure.
Exactly.
No, and I think a lot of those people who get these opportunities, you see they work a lot with the same people, the
Mhm.
same directors, and they don't really, from my perspective, they don't really excel to the top of the top a lot
Mhm.
of the times unless they're like actively training and studying, thinking like, I
Yeah.
got this opportunity, but I'm still gonna take classes.
Yeah.
A lot of them, like Cameron Diaz, she was like, I was a model and I got discovered,
Mhm.
but I knew I was going to work with Jim Carrey in the mask, so I'm going to train,
Yeah.
and so I think the training it's always going to save you at the
Yeah.
end when you step on the scene with Meryl Streep or whoever.
Yeah.
Viola Davis ain't trained. You're not going to go toe to toe with Meryl. Well,
Yeah.
she's the greatest actress that ever lived.
Yeah.
So you have to have that training gives you the confidence.
Mhm.
You
Yeah,
can't
for
just be
sure.
like, I'm cute and talented,
Yeah.
funny. No,
That's not gonna work.
and that's why we've seen our share of ones. It's like, how did you? Oh, you
Yeah.
married to so and so who knows so and so.
That's what it is.
How do you feel? Do you feel you need training, or you feel just you're destined to be who you are?
No, I think that you definitely need training, and if it's like a lot of celebrities are starting to get into acting like rappers, singers,
Hmm.
and it's like that's cool, but now they need to get a coach. I feel like even for me, for example, I haven't been in a class in a while, but I know if I booked something
Right? Speak on it.
that was very meaty and I'm like, I'm not gonna be looking crazy on set.
Right.
I'm going to get an acting coach so we can sit and go through
Right.
some different exercises, what I need to be doing, what I need to look for. If things are changed on a fly, how do I react to that?
Right.
Instead of, I don't need to coach. I got the job. Because just
Right.
because you got the job don't mean you're gonna keep the job. So
Well, once again, that's personality.
mhm,
You're like yourself. You want to be excellent, like myself.
yeah.
A lot of people are like, I just want to be in a movie, and they're
Yeah.
gonna give me a role, and that's why we see a lot of these people. Yeah. All the actresses in
Yeah.
LA. That's who you chose. A rapper, a rapper. Out of all these trained people that've been in conservatory, that studied film and me,
Yeah.
but that's where we are in this day and
Yeah.
age. You know,
That's
it's
where it
like
is.
those fans that would love the rapper are gonna
Mhm.
come to
Gonna
that movie,
mhm.
and movies, the industry's dying out, and so to speak,
Yeah.
in so many ways. And so, yeah, you need that momentum. But when you're brave and you're fearless, you're like, I want to cast who's right.
Yeah.
I want to
Exactly.
give other people a chance that actually put in the work and
Exactly.
actually do this. We
Yeah.
do this, okay? We're not new to this. We true to this.
Right. Okay. You see what you're saying.
Just old, just old quotes. If you want it, then you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
But you gotta know how you got it.
Okay. Message. Messages.
If that ain't telling my age, just quote like back in my day. This is how we used to do it. Preach it, submit game. That's what I came to do.
Yeah. Hey. Thank you. Thank you very much.
But yeah.
I want to move on to a win is a win. So, what is a win for you? It could be anything recently or something that could be coming up. A good win.
In my life, film related, TV.
It doesn't even have to be, just whatever you feel like you're winning in this
Oh, in this moment.
moment.
I think I would say stepping out of my comfort zone.
Mhm.
Like I said, I'm kind of reserved.
Yeah.
I don't see myself as a content creator,
Mhm.
but just trying to post more, trying
Yeah.
to be like, I'll find my lane. I
Yeah.
don't need to go with the masses.
Yeah.
I gotta stick to what I know
No. Mhm.
and be true to myself. And I think that's a win when you can commit to growth and stepping out, because
Mhm.
it's like it's an uncharted territory and it feels weird. I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't want y'all to know what I hate today. Well, I didn't eat anything today.
Yeah.
Just coffee and a little cream.
Mhm.
Say nothing but
Look, what cream did you use?
a little Whole Foods, anything that's organic. But yeah, for me, it's always gonna be. It sounds weird, but kind of something esoteric. It's never gonna be like a tangible thing.
Mhm.
Like, oh, I got this job or I made this amount of money.
Mhm.
That never feels necessarily like a win to me.
Yeah.
It's more like, man, I came this far
Mhm.
to get this. When it always feels like the journey for me.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, I've grown a lot, and
Mhm.
just even being inspired by you, just to so to
No.
speak. Yeah, like you making your skits. That's when I thought I can do this. I've
Yeah.
had all these skits and these ideas. Why
Mhm.
wouldn't I just? Because I was thinking I don't have the right camera. I don't know how to
Yeah.
write this. And I'm like second guessing myself. I'm like,
Mhm.
this girl shooting in the park, shooting here in this wig. I think that wig is nice.
Yeah.
You know what I
You
mean?
gotta switch it up. Change the wig. Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Just being brave, and I'm just saying, I have a funny story.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be this big production. I
Yeah.
come from an old school mindset where
Mhm.
it's like everything has to be technically perfect. And
Yeah.
it's like, no, just do it.
Yeah.
Put it
Just
out there. It'll get better.
yeah. You gotta just do it. I when I was doing my skits and I kind of stopped. I hate that I stopped, but it was just more so like I don't know what else to talk about. And I
Right.
hated that I said that because it's like, well, there's plenty of stuff to talk about. There's some raggedy stuff going on
Man,
every day.
people be posting and they getting millions of views from them.
Yeah.
And their stuff just looks regular,
Yeah. It's
But
very, very regular. And I feel like that's the key because it doesn't need to be all dressed up and like
right.
all of these lights and stuff. Like when I was doing, I had my phone and my stand, my phone stand. That was it. I didn't have no extra lights. I probably had one ring light at the time.
And a small one at the TV.
Not even. I just had the ring light and just had to work with that. And,
Right.
I look back at the videos. It's like I did darn good. Like this. Hey, for somebody that got a older phone and one ring
Right.
light, hey,
I
came
got
out all right.
1,000 views on that. I did all right now.
Right. So it just
It
goes to
should.
show like you don't need all of the theatrics to create something. You can just have what you have and make the best of it. And then
Right.
when you are able to get the funds to buy all of that heavy duty equipment, then you
Right.
can.
Exactly.
Until then, it's like, hey, this is what I got. This is what we're working with. Then we'll
Right.
have to figure, what we can work with within the realm of this old iPhone.
Right. I ain't got an iPhone, I got a Google Pixel. Okay. Clarity I'll be mad at the camera. Hey, man, come on, Google. Maybe it's because it was refurbished. All right, I broke the other one and didn't have a warranty.
Yeah. Because them phones ain't cheap.
Man, come on now. But no, you're right. And that's the thing. The win is giving yourself just a little credit. Sometimes you
Yeah.
don't ever just say, you did a good job. You know, you
We never say that to ourselves.
know. And it's like, dang, you did too good.
You did something.
Right. Okay, so recently there was a billboard.
Mhm.
I was on this billboard and everybody kept saying, is that you? And then I was like, oh my God, that is me. But
Yeah.
I took it 10 years ago. But I was
Mhm.
like, felt myself like saying, downplaying it, like, oh, well, that's 10 years ago. They still
Yeah.
been using this stock photography. I didn't get paid that much in perpetuity throughout the universe, girl. They're probably going to be using it forever. I guess they
Yeah.
say, like,
You go into this whole tangent of why you feel like you don't need, like,
it's
so
like,
just say,
right, you're on a billboard,
Yeah.
whatever. But
Yeah.
it's like, it's okay to just say that's a win that they're
Yeah.
still using this picture 10 years later. Even though I don't know who did my hair, it's probably a little thick. Well, Roots wasn't relaxed. I was still relaxing at the time. So people on set were
Yeah.
pressing it right.
Mhm.
A little fluffy in the dome, but they seem to like that picture. I'm like, that picture out of all of them?
Yeah.
That's fine though. That unique creative control. That's not I can't do nothing about that to me, y'all. It's the only one y'all saw and seen them the cute ones. And they're like,
Yeah.
they look cute. I'm like,
Mhm.
the hair though.
Right.
But once again, just being overly critical
Yeah.
or not giving yourself any credit. It's like these
Mhm.
are wins. Some people will never
Yeah.
be in a billboard or never do a commercial
Yeah.
or whatever. And it's like, but it's not a big commercial. It's
Mhm.
not a Jeep commercial or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like we don't ever just let our wins be our wins. It's
Yeah.
more like, well, it's fine, but I'm on to the next. It's like, no, sometimes it's okay to sit and just be like, yeah, I did that.
Sit in the
Like you
moment and
said,
just
I made my skits. I did good with just a
Yeah.
phone and a ring light and no
Yeah.
no budget.
No budget.
Sound was a little shaking up. Sound was great. But you know how you'd be like, sound was a little
Yeah.
sketchy. That
Yeah.
the lighting was a little off.
Yeah. Lighting was off. Sound was good though, because I made sure I had the lava lights.
But even those, it's like you made. Look at you went from that
Mhm.
to lights to
Yeah.
microphones. It's like
Yeah.
it's an evolution of growth.
Yeah.
It's a learning process, and we don't give ourselves enough credit just for the
Mhm.
learning and the growth, taking the next step.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's for you?
I'm gonna go with a win being appreciative.
Okay,
I think that appreciating myself,
like
because I feel like I'm very hard on myself when it comes to a lot of things. And I don't sit back and just really take in what I've already accomplished.
right,
Because I feel like, yeah, it's cool. But I
right.
need to keep going. I need
Yeah,
to,
same.
but it's like, yeah, you need to keep going, but bask in that accomplishment
Right,
because it's something that you achieved.
right, exactly.
So that's my win.
Yeah,
We're gonna go with that.
I like that. Yeah, celebrate your wins, ladies and gents.
Yes, all of the wins, no matter how big or small.
Right.
Because at first I used to think like just doing like background. I'm gonna be in this show, but it's just back.
Right.
Like it always just
You write it down, Blake.
like, oh, don't watch too much. You blink and
That's better than ran by. I was
right.
at the back of my head.
You see the front, that's me. Yvette.
Exactly.
But like I would always be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be on Avid, but it's just the background because
Mhm.
I would just kind of protect my feelings in the
Right.
sense of, oh, I thought you said you was gonna be on that. I didn't see you
Right. Exactly.
because you probably blinked. I was there. You just had to
Clear
see.
your eyes out next. Don't blink so fast.
Exactly. So it would always be like, oh, but it's just background
Right.
to cover up the fact that it's like, well, I ain't got no lines or nothing, but I'm there. But now it's just like, yeah, I'm in the background, okay, and in the next moment I can be the leading Later.
Right. I'm in the background and you're at home watching me in the background. You know,
Exactly.
and that the reality is I'm taking chances.
Mhm.
I'm putting myself out there. I'm still staying relevant in my
Yeah.
industry, but we do that. I can relate with that so much. You just always downplaying
Yeah.
different jobs I booked. They're like, "Oh, I saw you on this commercial." I'm like, "Yeah, but I didn't. You know, I didn't like the way it was cut." Or constantly being so hard on yourself that you're not even like. But then you'll see like people who don't have half of the accolades
Mhm.
and done half of the things to be gassing themselves up like I'm
Yeah.
that B, I'm
Yeah.
her. Like and who know whether it's real or not. It's like
Yeah.
they're coming out like yes
Mm,
look for me because
mhm.
I'm everywhere.
Right.
I'm trying to be everywhere. I'm trying to be that girl. And we have, you know, to minimize anything, even a
Mhm.
compliment.
Yeah.
We almost feel like, are we deserving? And it's like that imposter syndrome. Like, do I deserve anything? It's
Yeah.
hard. Where do you
Yeah.
think that comes from?
Honestly, I feel like it comes from being beaten down as not in a physical sense, but
Right.
mentally just growing up and being in class with other students, like seeing how people are treated, just
Right.
on a daily. And it continues to knock you down to the point where do I even look good? Like, do
Right.
I, because you learn that in school.
Yeah.
I feel like that's honestly where all that, that self doubt and all of
Right.
that comes from because there's people that were just really mean and just like, I don't like that outfit.
Right.
Didn't you wear it the other day?
Right.
I don't like that either. Can you do your hair? Do you
Right. And
like
you
it just
internalize
it's
it.
very yeah, and it's just one of those things that it continues to follow you as an adult, and it's just like
Yeah.
you don't know how to actually take a compliment because you
Yeah.
feel like you need to explain
Right.
why something was done or why you
Right.
don't like it yourself. It's like, just say thank you.
Right. And
It's
yeah.
very hard to just say thank you because you feel like you need to justify what somebody looking at.
Right, right. Well, you're looking at me because
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't been eating that much lately, so I guess I do look a little thin.
Yeah. Mhm.
But it is true, it's hard, and it's like it goes back to what you were saying about comparison. It's like,
Mhm.
"But they're doing this.
Yeah.
Why don't my friends if I it don't matter what I post, it's pretty much gonna be positive content. Why
Yeah.
don't you like or comment or share?" It's so easy, but you'll share a big celebrity stuff, you'll like
Yeah.
their stuff, you'll know these
Happy
people.
birthday, sis. You ain't met them in your
You don't know Halle Berry. You don't know Halle Berry.
and if you do, why you ain't introduce me?
And if you exactly, I want to know Halle. That's my girl, Halle Berry. But yeah, it's like you don't get that reciprocity,
Mhm.
and then you start thinking like, well, you know what I mean? It's like even that subconscious, like you never like my stuff, but you're
Yeah.
supposedly my friend, or we're all
Yeah.
supporting each other, or I always like your stuff, or I always, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Subscribe to what you're doing, but you won't even click the button that says subscribe. You don't even have to watch. Subscribe, you can just put that heart there.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, you'll heart people's stuff all day and you'll like
Mhm.
deliberately bypass it's like it's a subconscious thing that you just lock in, but you don't
Yeah.
even realize that it's affecting how
Mhm.
you see yourself,
Yeah.
how you see the world, how you receive a compliment
Yeah.
or wins. Like you said, some people are just like, nothing's ever win, nothing's
Mhm.
ever good enough. I just gotta work harder and harder because I'm not there like so and so.
Right.
It's hard. And
Yeah,
if you don't
this
check yourself,
you gonna wreck yourself.
see who's the old one. See, it's the old soul. Actually, right. Check yourself before you riggedy wreck yourself.
Better check it. Check it at the door.
But it's so true. Yeah, you really do. You have to, like you said, check your ego,
Mhm.
check your inability to receive a compliment,
Yeah.
check your fear. You gotta
Mhm.
constantly be tapping in with yourself, or else you're
Yeah.
gonna get lost in the whole idealized
Yeah.
life that people and we see these people and then you find out, oh, they're miserable. Or
Yeah.
they sold their soul or
Yeah.
whatever. You're like,
Mhm.
oh, that wasn't the life that
Yeah.
they look like they
Look like keyword, it looked
right.
good.
Yeah, look like, oh man, they get the shot, they're on yachts, they're this, they're
Yeah.
that. And it's like, but you don't know what's going on
You do
behind
not
closed
know.
doors.
And do you wanna know? I don't think so.
Exactly. And I don't
I
know what
don't
you
wanna
got
know.
going on.
You keep that.
That's for you. Say that for your prayer closet. But yeah, you kind of have to put on blinders and really protect yourself. So then
Yeah.
it's like that balance. It's like I gotta be open, but then I gotta protect myself.
Yeah.
Where's the line of being vulnerable, but
Mhm.
also having self protection and boundaries?
Yeah.
So it's tough. It really
Yeah,
is.
it definitely is.
And to me, just as a human, but then into art is just like the extra layer
Yeah.
because like, dang, I feel like I have something to say, and I'm like, but I'm not getting the response or the
Mhm.
following. What I have to say not valuable?
Right. Does it even matter?
Right. Am I even here? We got to get philosophical and esoteric on them. Like, hey, to
Right.
be or not to be is the
Right.
question. Am I being or am I not to be in?
What is going on?
Right. If a tree falls in the forest, did it really make a sound? I mean, did it?
Did it?
Nobody heard it.
So maybe not.
But it's true. It's like, damn, am I even here? Do I even matter? And it's like,
Mhm.
if you can't give that to yourself,
Yeah.
you're gonna be lost because people are so fickle, and there are also people that just don't want to see you win. They
Yeah.
don't want to see you do well because you're being fearless and you're taking chances
Mhm.
they would never take.
Yeah.
So they're gonna
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
right,
And good, because you're not me.
right, exactly. Or what makes you think out of all these people that want to be an actor, you'll be an actor? Or
Right.
why, if it ain't happening
Mhm.
now, why isn't you still keep going? It's like,
Right.
it's like
Projection. Don't be
it
projecting
is.
don't
It's
be projecting that on me. Them your fears. Them in mine. Keep that.
exactly. You gotta hold tight to who you are
Mhm.
and believe, like self belief.
Yeah.
Do the work and
Yeah.
just keep showing up.
Yeah. I was gonna say advice for creatives, but you just said it. So hey, that was the advice. 2-for-1 special.
There you go. I preemptively knew just by the energy.
Yeah,
And I just
yeah.
want to, make your job easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, be in service. Girl. It's just changing too fast. Just evolving too fast.
Yeah. It's like it's go ahead and slow down.
Right. Go take a nap. I need a nap.
Take a nap. Take a nap right here.
DMP. Yeah. Stop.
Like,
DPMO. None of that. We're not doing that.
No, no. But let's move on to pick a struggle.
Take a struggle. Okay.
So I'm gonna ask a couple of questions and you have to pick either or.
Okay.
So would you rather get tough love notes or gentle feedback?
Tough love. I like it.
Yeah.
I just real rap rock.
Yeah.
Keep it gangster. With
Yeah.
me.
Okay.
I want it straight up.
I like that.
Straight up, no chaser. Let's get it cracking. What you got to say?
Yeah. I do need a little chase though. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
Just a little tap tap.
Yeah.
Too strong. But a little spicy without the chase.
Yes.
Right. All up in here. Tap it out. I got you.
Would you rather stay comfortable or feel exposed?
Ooh. Would I rather? You know what? If I keep it real, like
Mhm.
if I go deep down, just expose me. I don't care.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it is what it is.
Mhm.
I can't change who I am or
Yeah.
what the scenario is.
Mhm.
Like,
Hey.
keep it pushing. I'm kind of gangster with mine, huh?
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Would you rather cry on demand or do a physical stunt you're scared of?
I'd rather go physical.
Mhm.
Emotional is tough for me. I do not like to be vulnerable in that way when it
Mhm.
comes to crying. So
Yeah,
give me the stunt.
I felt that because I've jumped out of a plane, so at this point I can do it all except for bungee jumping. I don't want to be strapped up.
Yeah. Dang, that's bold. But you would rather jump out of a plane again than cry.
Yeah.
No, you've been traumatized. You've been traumatized, but you risk your physical life to cry in front of people. See, this is why we need help. This is why the community needs healing. Do you hear that? She said, I would rather jump out of a plane than cry in front of a room full of people. That's rough.
Would you rather feel confident but stuck or fearful but moving forward?
Yeah. Feeling confident is such a great feeling,
Mhm.
but it could be false confidence.
Yeah.
You can believe you killing it. I
Yeah.
know I walked in thinking I'm about to kill this and it's a disaster.
Yeah.
So there's false confidence as well.
Mhm.
but being fearful and knowing you're taking the chance,
Mhm.
that's what life is about.
Yeah, it is.
That's really what it is. It's like if you're not taking chances, you're dying. You're reversing. You're
Yeah.
reverting back.
Yeah.
So you got to keep moving forward, and being uncomfortable is the worst feeling. Being
Very
exposed is it's just terrible.
Mhm.
It's just awful. It feels awful.
Yeah. Everything about it is wrong.
Yeah, it is. Like even like if you're feeling emotional, you feel yourself start to cry in front of someone who's not emotional.
Yeah.
You just feel like, dang, why are you betraying me? But it's like
Mhm.
that's what your body is feeling, and it's
Yep.
okay. It's like you have to reassure yourself that it's okay to be afraid and be
Mhm.
uncomfortable. That is life. That's where you're growing. It's the
Yeah.
discomfort, but it's like it's the worst feeling in the world. But you got to do it. You got to do it if you want to get to the other
Yep.
side.
Gotta be done.
Yeah, it's rough. I mean, after so many auditions, and I've just embarrassed my whole family lineage. The slaves that survived. The slaves that survived that long trip from Western Africa. Ain't nothing I can't come back
Yeah.
from. I've been through it all at this point. My ancestors are like, girl, sit down somewhere. Go,
You need a break.
go, go. You embarrassing us now at this point. We've been gone for hundreds of years.
Mhm.
Sit down. Well, you've embarrassed your ancestors just from trying to do something good. You can survive anything.
Yeah.
I think we're all
Yeah.
we'll be all right.
We'll be okay.
We'll be all right at the end. And if it's not the end,
Then
then you still got more work to do. Well, all right. The saying is, if it's not all right, then it's not the end. We just made it up.
hey, that's the new one. Be on the
If
lookout.
it's not the end, then keep going.
Yeah. But the end is coming.
And you're gonna be uncomfortable
Yeah.
in the end. There you go.
But this was so much fun.
Yeah.
It has come to an end. I really enjoyed you. Oh my gosh. So fun.
This
So
was
many
fun.
good laughs. Very genuine, loving, just a great person.
Oh, thank you. I
And
could say.
I appreciate you coming.
Thank you for having me. This was awesome. Like catching up with the homie, going through good times. Back in the day when we were young, we're not kids anymore.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. Thanks for having me. It was a pleasure.
Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But wait, not bye
Well,
yet.
peace. Always to the
Hold
peace
on,
sign.
bye.
That's the default. I'm choreographed. At the end, I'm gonna say peace.
Hold all the
Okay, my
pieces to the end.
end.
Hold on. I want people to know where they can find you at.
Okay, at Miss J Yvette on Instagram. I just have Instagram.
Okay. Tell the people any new projects you got coming up or anything on the hush hush.
So the reality is, I after COVID, I really stopped auditioning.
Mhm.
It's the whole idea of like I want to be chosen. It's like I'm
Mhm.
just gonna write my own stuff. So I've
Mhm.
been writing my own stuff and really just fine tuning which one I want to put out
Mhm.
first because I had a first draft or her first script, and then I thought, well, then I wrote my Christmas script, and then I
Mhm.
had this romantic comedy, and so then I'm just like kind of torn because they're kind of like your babies. You're trying to
Yeah.
like which one, will really get the people
Mhm.
interested, and then now like the business is structuring different, like
Mhm.
restructuring itself, like the verticals, and I'm like, well, maybe I could change this
Yeah.
into a vertical. So I'm still like in that process phase,
Mhm.
but I really want to get the Christmas one out
Yeah.
by Christmas. I'm just gonna put it
Hey,
out to the universe.
she's gonna get it out before Christmas so it can air on Christmas Day.
I love that.
We got something to watch on Christmas.
There you go. I love that. Exactly.
You gonna get it done now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Exactly. There we go. So I'm gonna just put it out to the universe. I will have a
Mhm.
Christmas film out for you guys to watch, a short film by Christmas.
Okay. We're
Heard
gonna
it
hold her
first.
to that.
Damn. Oh damn. Now I feel exposed. Look, I'm already sweating.
It's all right. Let's go ahead.
Go ahead and wrap this up. Peace. I choreographed it twice now. Peace.
Thanks for watching. Again, remember to comment, like, subscribe, leave a review, send an email, do what you can. Please.
Please.
Again, thank you, Janelle, for stopping by. And that is a wrap. Now you go ahead and enter in your piece.